From year to year, month to month, week to week, and day to day, people across the world are obsessed with a phenomenon that is professional wrestling. But why? 101 reasons to love professional wrestling. There are many components of professional wrestling that should be both understood and celebrated, in no particular order. Podcast. Everyone has things that they're interested in. It could be a hobby to occupy your time, a cultural ritual, or just an escape from reality. With that, the fans of these things absorb as much as they can about said topic. Comic book fans, sports nuts, and religious folks all have their lineages, statistics, lore, and behind-the-scenes news. In older times, word of mouth and then books would be our source of information. Then radio and television opened doors to sensory overload. The next logical step in the progress of information has been podcast. Professional wrestling fandom is as fanatical as any comic book, sports, or religious following. And the fans, they want to know everything. Before podcast, the insider information that wrestling fans craved came from magazines that were outdated by the time they hit newsstands, overrated newsletters written by so-called experts, and then low-quality shoot interviews that would be swapped by VHS collectors. Podcast in wrestling would change this. Information from behind the curtain would be available weekly and even daily by fans, reporters, and even the wrestlers themselves. Colt Boom Boom Cabana's The Art of Wrestling was one of the first of these recorded shows in 2010. Getting the perspective of a respected wrestler, sharing their experiences, and speaking to others was groundbreaking at the time. Numerous other wrestlers from the past and present now have their own podcast. Some even group together under network umbrellas. Bruce Pritchard, Jeff Jarrett, Eric Bischoff, and others all release weekly shows for Conrad Thompson's AdFreeShows.com network. Vince Russo has his own thing, as does numerous others. Even the WWE has delved into the world of podcast-style interview shows. The very people responsible for the memories and moments in the ring, from backstage or even running the show, now share stories from the past, clear up lies, and present their own personal perspective on events occurred. It's also the current events. Virtually every pro wrestling news site also has podcasts in both audio and video form. Virtually every televised and big wrestling show has dozens of review and recap shows by media and fans alike, moments after ending. Interviews with wrestlers are dropped every day without fans having to wait on a fourth-generation copy of a VHS shoot tape. If something big happens, it is only a matter of minutes before someone is on YouTube sharing the news and their take on the situation. Technology has and will continue to evolve, but a professional wrestling fan's desire for information, content, and detail is something they're always going to subscribe to.